Now let us go to the detection of acid radicals from group 1. The first acid radical from group 1 which I will show you all how to detect and identify it is carbonate ion. Carbonate ion. CO3 minus 2 ion. Now the salt, the carbonate salt which I have taken in this test tube, is, you can see over here, it is basic copper carbonate. It is basic copper carbonate. I have already taken it inside a test tube. Okay. Now to this basic copper carbonate, we know the reagent is dilute sulfuric acid or dilute hydrochloric acid, but I am going to use dilute sulfuric acid. So I am going to use dilute sulfuric acid as the reagent for identification of this acid radical. Okay. Now let me see what happens when I add dilute sulfuric acid to this salt, which is a copper carbonate salt. Okay. I add dilute sulfuric acid, few drops. There is effervescence. There is effervescence. You can see. You can see some fumes also. Now, if I bring a litmus paper, which is blue, and put it over here, it will turn red. It will turn red. It has turned red. You see, it has turned red. So it has changed color from blue to light pink or light red. You can see the color of blue litmus paper has turned from blue color to red. Okay, so and there was what? There was effervescence. Effervescence also happened. So this is one preliminary test to identify carbonate ion. To identify what ion? Carbonate ion. Okay. Now the confirmatory test for carbonate ion. The confirmatory test for carbonate ion I will do. The sample is already taken in a test tube. Okay. Now to this sample in a test tube, few drops of sulfuric acid I must add, and then the gas which comes out, it is definitely carbon dioxide gas. So the gas must be passed through lime water. So I will take beforehand lime water in a test tube over here. This is the lime water. Okay, this is the lime water. So I will take lime water in a test tube and this is correct. So I will take lime water in a test tube and do the arrangement like this, and then after that I will take the sample. Okay. Now this sample is again same sample, basic copper carbonate containing carbonate acid radical. So now will help me to add what you call this dilute sulfuric acid in this sample. So now I am passing the gas which is coming out from this copper carbonate into the lime water. After some time, if you watch very carefully, the lime water is changing its color. It will change its color. It will become milky. So when carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water, it should turn milky. Okay. I am adding some more dilute sulfuric acid over here. Actually, the gas is escaping. Okay, you can see the bubbling of the gas. So if I pass this carbon dioxide gas to lime water for quite some time, the lime water will turn milky slowly. Okay. So I think you have got the point how to carry out the passing of the carbon dioxide gas from the sample which is treated with dilute sulfuric acid. So you can see the bubbles coming up. From this lime water solution. Okay. So this is done. Now the next radical which I would like to show you all is the second one. It is what we call sulfite. It is sulfite ion. Now I will show you the next radical, that is sulfite ion. Just hold on. Let me. Okay. Now I pass this lime water through this, pass the carbon dioxide gas through lime water, and after some time, I kept it over there, and after some time you can see the lime water, which was colorless in the beginning, it has turned milky. It has turned milky. Okay, it has turned milky. So when carbon dioxide gas, which is coming out from the salt, basic copper carbonate salt, it is passed through lime water, the lime water turns milky. Okay, now this is done. Now I will proceed to the next acid radical. The next acid radical for you all is sulfite, SO3 minus 2, sulfite acid radical. Now for the detection of sulfite acid radical, the reagent is same. The reagent is dilute sulfuric acid. So I will take the sulfite, sodium sulfite salt. I have taken the sodium sulfite salt in a glass test tube, and to this I am going to add dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute sulfuric acid, you can see dilute sulfuric acid from this reagent bottle. But before that, I will keep a litmus paper ready, a litmus paper which is blue in color. So I'll make it moist. I'll make this litmus paper moist by adding some water. Okay, by adding some water so that the reaction happens properly. Okay. Now, to this sample, sulfite sample, sodium sulfite sample, now I am going to add dilute sulfuric acid. This is how we add. Eye level. I have added dilute sulfuric acid. It is a pungent gas. It is a pungent gas. So when I add, you can see the color has changed. The color has changed from blue to red. I hope you can see. Okay. So this is the preliminary test, not the confirmatory test. When dilute sulfuric acid is added to sodium sulfite salt solution, we get a gas, and the gas is carbon dioxide gas. That gas, it is an acidic gas. It turns blue litmus paper into red. Okay, so this I will keep it aside, and I will now do the confirmatory test for the detection of acid radical, sulfite acid radical. So I have taken the same sample in another test tube, sodium sulfite sample. Now to this we are going to add the same dilute sulfuric acid, and now we need to add dilute sulfuric acid to this sodium sulfite salt, and then the gas which is going to come out, it must be passed through potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate solution. Okay, potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate solution. So let us see what happens now. Okay, now I'll get things ready first. Okay, so I've arranged the other end of the delivery tube in potassium permanganate solution, and one end see, it turned colorless. Sulfur dioxide gas turned colorless. You can see it has become colorless. It was originally like this color. Pink or purple color. It has turned colorless. So sulfur dioxide gas turns potassium permanganate solution colorless. So that is done. Now the second part, the sample, sir. Oh, this one. Okay. So again the sodium sulfite sample. To this again I will use potassium dichromate solution. Okay, I'll pass the gas through potassium dichromate solution like this, delivery tube, and the other side I will I'll take it. So now I am passing the gas through this solution. I keep on passing. You can see the color is changing green. So sulfur dioxide gas, it is changing the color of potassium dichromate solution from orange to green. Green is very nice. You can see it is very clear, distinct, bottle green. So these were the two confirmatory tests for sulfite acid radical. Okay, now I'll go to the next test. You'll just wait on. Okay. Okay, my dear boys, now I will show you how to test sulfide ion S-2 sulfide ion present in the sample. Okay, now when we add when we add when we add dilute sulfuric acid to the sulfide salt, the sulfide salt which I have taken is sodium sulfide salt. It is sodium sulfide salt. It is like flakes, corn flakes. It is like corn flakes. You can see very clearly over here. Okay, now to the sodium sulfide salt I am going to add dilute sulfuric acid from the same reagent bottle. So when I add dilute sulfuric acid to the sodium sulfide salt, the gas comes out, and immediately I'll place over here a lead acetate paper, a small strip of lead acetate paper, which you can see it has turned black. So lead acetate paper has turned black. So this is the preliminary test. It is not the confirmatory test. It is a preliminary test, the first test. Okay. Now we will do the confirmatory test for this. Okay. Now what I will do is I will take another test tube containing sodium sulfide, PHIDE, the same salt which is slightly yellowish in color in this test tube. And now I am going to add dilute sulfuric acid to this, and after that I will be adding few drops of sodium nitroprusside. This is sodium nitroprusside. Okay, let us see the color change. Okay, now I am going to add first dilute sulfuric acid. Let us see what happens. I have added dilute sulfuric acid. The gas which is coming out, it is hydrogen sulfide gas. A solution is obtained. You see, it is a yellowish solution. See, it is a yellowish colored solution. I am shaking it properly. It is a yellowish solution. It is still not yet dissolved. It is a yellowish solution. The reaction is still happening. Okay, Okay, the gas was hydrogen sulfide gas. It is a slightly transparent yellowish colored solution. Now to this I am going to add the reagent, the confirmatory reagent, which is called sodium nitroprusside solution. This is sodium nitroprusside solution. So when I will add sodium nitroprusside solution to this reagent, okay, to this solution, let us see what is the color change. So you can see it has turned violet. It is violet, sir. If I turn the test tube like this, I can see the violet color. You can see it is violet color. So this is the confirmatory test for sulfide. Okay, so this is over. Now I'll tell you how to detect the next radical, that is sulfate, the sulfate radical, for which the reagent is barium chloride solution. So just wait. Okay, now welcome back, my dear students. Now I will show you the detection of sulfate acid radical. The sulfate acid radical belongs to group 3, and it does not have a specific, acid radical do not have a specific reagent, but for sulfate I will tell you the reagent is barium chloride solution. So first what I will do is I will take the sample in a test tube. To this sample in a test tube I am going to add water and make a solution. I add some water and make a solution. And then I will make a solution. Okay, solution of sodium sulfate. Okay, this is the salt which sir has given me is magnesium sulfate. So I have prepared magnesium sulfate salt solution. It is soluble in water. Now to this magnesium sulfate salt solution, the reagent which I am going to add is barium chloride salt solution. Okay, so barium chloride is the reagent. So let us see what happens when I add barium chloride. Okay, watch very carefully. This is the reagent, this is the sample solution. Okay, so I am adding it over there. See, it turned into a white precipitate, curdy white precipitate, and this is the only test which is the confirmatory test for detection of sulfate ion in the given sample. So detection of sulfate is also over. Okay. Now the next acid radical which I would like to show you the detection is nitrate ion. So just hang on, wait for some time. Okay. Now the next acid radical, my dear students, it is nitrate. It is nitrate, and you will find nitrate. You will find nitrate in group 2 over here. In group 2. Okay. Now nitrate can be detected by using the reagent concentrated sulfuric acid. So, my dear students, I have taken in a test tube the nitrate sample. The nitrate sample is zinc nitrate. I have taken zinc nitrate salt in this test tube. Now to this zinc nitrate salt, what was done is I will first add small piece of copper turnings. You can see copper turnings. Okay, I'll put it over there. Let it go down. Okay, and it should touch the sample. Now to this sample containing copper turnings, I will add concentrated sulfuric acid very carefully. I must be very careful while handling concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, so I'm going to add sulfuric acid to this copper turnings in this test tube containing the sample, nitrate sample. So let us see what happens. Continues to be required. Yeah. Actually, we can see, brown fumes coming out if I heat this reaction mixture containing the nitrate salt, copper turnings and sulfuric acid. Okay, so for this, let me switch on the gas. And then I will show you the evolution of nitrogen dioxide gas. Okay, so just wait for some time, my dear boys. Okay, my dear boys. Now I will show you the confirmatory test for detection of nitrate ion by showing you the brown ring test. Okay, brown ring test. Now for the brown ring test, I take the sample in a test tube and make a solution. Make a solution by adding water. Make a solution by adding water to it. You can see it is a transparent solution. Now to this transparent solution of zinc nitrate solution, I add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to acidify it. I need to acidify the solution. Okay, I added dilute sulfuric acid. Now to this I will add freshly prepared ferrous sulfate. I have prepared ferrous sulfate solution which is freshly prepared. Just now only I added water to this and prepared a ferrous sulfate salt solution. Okay, now I'll add ferrous sulfate salt solution slowly. I've added ferrous sulfate salt solution very slowly. Now to this ferrous sulfate salt solution, now I will add concentrated sulfuric acid from a reagent bottle. Okay, which must be added by tilting the test tube sufficiently. I have added sulfuric acid slowly. Now I must not shake my hand. Watch carefully. There is a brown ring formed between the junction of the two liquids. You can see a brown ring is formed. You can see brown ring. I am bringing it closer towards the camera. So this formation of brown ring confirms the presence of nitrate ion in the sample. So I have shown you the confirmatory test for the detection of nitrate ion also today successfully. Now, today, my dear boys, I have shown you the detection of acid radicals, 5 of them. The first one was carbonate. The second one was sulfite. The third one was sulfide. The fourth one was sulfate, and the last one was nitrate. Now, I have already sent this same practical instructions in your WhatsApp group. Now, I want you all to write these 5 experiments, detection of the acid radicals, these 5 of them, in your exercise, in your chemistry practical notebooks, by writing either today's date or tomorrow's date, and I want you all to respond me once you have completed it in the WhatsApp group, or in my personal WhatsApp number. Am I clear? So, in the next class, in the next practical demonstration class, I'll be continuing with the remaining acid radicals. Once the remaining acid radicals are complete, then only I will proceed with the identification of the basic radicals by following the group analysis chart. So I request all of you to print out the instructions which I have given to you, send you in the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.